Hey everybody, this is TotalGamerJunkie. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. So, in my previous video, I talked about the R rating setting for the new Life is Strange game, and also a bit of the new screenshots that I saw on the Steam page. Now, I've actually just found out what those screenshots mean, like each of the pictures. It has a little description underneath it on the Square Enix website, which I don't know why it's on Square Enix when Deck 9 owns the rights, but I wanted to go over what each screenshot says, and it gives us a little bit of information, not too much, but a little bit more than what I had with the last video. Now, before I get into all that, I just want to quickly retract something I said. Now, this guy, I made a mistake. I wasn't wrong about the name though. You see, I thought his name was Vermont, but one of my subs, who commented, I don't know if he's sub or not, at Sawmiller422 mentioned Vermont is one of the US states. So while I was wrong about the name, we know that wherever Max is, it's somewhere in Vermont. That's why I couldn't pronounce what I thought was his last name. It's Vermont something. I couldn't read it. So anyways, thanks again, Saul. Now this first shot is just called Max Caulfield Hero Shot, which I believe is just referencing, you know, I think the most heroic moment for me would be episode 2 when, if you remember any of that promotional art, Chloe's trapped on the tracks and Max is there and she's holding her hand out as the train approaches. That's what I can think of when it means hero shot in my head. Of course, there was more heroic things to be done, but that's the one that sticks out in my mind when I first learned what this was called. This next shot is called Max and Moses Investigate. So we finally got the name of the security guard. Yes, okay. So we just need to figure out what the detective's name is, as it is not Vermont. Vermont is the state they are in. The next shot we have is called Max Pursues Moses Pulse Gameplay. Now I think what that means by pulse is Max isn't rewinding at all. She went to rewind originally. I think that's what she was going to do, but then she started hearing her friend's voice, and that's, instead of rewinding, she opened another timeline, so Max is pulsing in and out of different universes, parallel universes, timelines, whatever you want to call it. And I think it's pretty interesting. I think this might be earlier on, where she suspects Moses, and then, because in the previous image, the two of them are working together. Speaking of Max's friend, we have this new one called Max and Safi Conspire. Now, what are they conspiring about? I think this is alluding to the alternate timeline. So this isn't Max's original timeline. She's in the parallel universe. And I think what's happened here is that she's explained everything to Safi, and they're going over what they're going to do to figure out who killed her in Max's timeline and who's trying to kill her in this timeline. The next one is called Max at the crime scene, which clearly we didn't need to know that. We know that her friend Safi's going to die, and clearly the police are going to section off this part of the area while they investigate. What we don't know is whether or not Max is entering the crime scene, or if she's on the opposite side trying to enter. I think she was trying to enter and then she got caught. And lastly, this screenshot is titled Difficult Choices Lie Ahead. So this might not be... One of the things I like about Life is Strange is that they do minor choices as well. So, for example, when you have the plant Lisa, do you water her? You can choose to water her. If you do it too much, you'll kill her. If you don't, then she'll die. So I think this is going to be a main choice, because this doesn't look like a secondary optional choice, judging by the way how you can choose one of the options. And it looks like time has frozen a bit, you know, when you make those big decisions, you hear that ding. and time kind of stops for us and lets us, the player, choose. Well, that's all I had to talk about here. I hope you all enjoyed this quick little update. I definitely plan to be making more videos, but it's a bit late for me, so, and I do have other stuff I gotta do, so sadly I can't, but here's hoping I can get at least 3 more done for tomorrow, if not 2. There's still so much I want to talk about, so I'm just so excited to have Max back. And if you have any thoughts or theories, please let me know in the comments below. Let's get in on this together. Let's theorize. Because how often are we going to see Max again? This will probably be the only time we will. Maybe there'll be a sequel game, maybe not. We'll just have to wait and see. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. This is TotalGamerJunkie, signing off.